Namaste, Yoga Beans, and welcome to day 16. Today it's all about staying true to yourself, listening to that inner voice, having integrity in what you do. And this is something we often forget or something that gets maneuvered around willingly and sometimes unconsciously. It's happened to me, I've seen it happen to others in the yoga world, and it's something that can be easily rectified. This is a little insight into my yoga story to show you what happened. So, when I qualified in 2003 as a yoga teacher, my yoga teacher asked me to start taking some classes at her studio. I agreed, not because I wanted to teach. I really wasn't interested in teaching yoga then, and I was shit scared and nervous to have to do that, but because I didn't want to let her down. So I started teaching regularly, and it was hard work. I never felt like I knew enough, never felt like I was good enough, never felt like I was being honest with myself and my students. There was always some form of anxiety and nervousness each time I arrived at class. So, to improve, I started going to more yoga workshops when time and finances allowed. My personal practice dwindled, not that it was really too great to begin with anyway, and I kind of got led astray a little. I started teaching differently, thinking people wanted strong physical practices. I started teaching in a style and a way that I thought people wanted, that was cool, that was hip, that was in vogue at the moment. I started reading more, planning differently, and practicing less and less. And things went okay. It was fun, it was interesting, I learned a lot, but there was always this little niggle within me. And after my yoga magazine meltdown and slipping into a bit of a downward spiral and depression, I decided to get myself to yoga more regularly with one teacher, so one style. I started to do my own yoga a little more regularly and felt what it was my body was asking for. I started to listen, not always, but more and more, and I started to answer myself honestly. Why was I here? What did my body want to do? What yoga did I feel drawn to teach? And then it was easy. It was like I was back in alignment with my flow, with my integrity. And that's when I realized I could drop and leave everything and teach from my heart in a way that works for me. And I've been teaching like that for the last 3 years now, using the concepts of Ayurveda and my intuition. My passion is slow, gentle, and supportive yoga. In a sense, a bit more restorative in a way that supports people with anxiety, back trouble, and stress related illnesses. And I've moved out of the go, go, go yoga and more into the mushy, smushy, how do I feel yoga. Not something everyone is ready to access or go deeper into. It's hard work to breathe into stiffness and tightness and to stay there and to keep the focus. In my opinion, it's a lot harder to do that than to flow through 12 rounds of Surya Namaskar. Both are important, but my passion is slow, unwinding, that mushy, smushy stuff. So, for today, what is it that inspired you to do what it is that you do? And have you stuck to your integrity, or have you maybe sidelined it a little? Remember, we can always change. Change is part of the game, but more often than not, there's that underlying cause of why we feel passionate about something. And when we reawaken to that, then we know that we're back on track. I could go on and on and on about my yoga journey and all the lessons I've learned, but now it's time for you to lie on your mat to connect with your breath and body. We're going to do Supta Baddha Konasana, the reclining cobbler. The practice is easy for some and hard for others, so please be gentle and remember to adjust it in any way you need to. So we start with the knees bent, the feet a comfortable distance from the body, and the hands on the thighs. Inhale, and as you open your knees, take your arms behind you and let the feet meet. And then as you exhale, close. So close your legs and bring the hands back to your thighs. And continue to do this movement with your breath in your own time now. And notice. Notice, is your breath fast or slow? And see if you can breathe a little slower. Can you do the movement a little slower? And can you allow your movement to be contained within your breath? So can the breath start, then the movement start, the movement end, and the breath end, so that the movement is always supported and held by your breath. And on your next inhalation, stay in that open position and continue to breathe there for a while. So you're settling into that position. And can you feel or notice any sensations in your body? In your hips, in your spine, in your shoulders? Do you need to adjust any part of the body so that you are comfortable? And has anything changed? And be honest with yourself. Maybe it has, maybe nothing has changed. There's no wrong answer. There is only your experience of this present moment. You can stay here for as long as you wish, but when you decide to come out of it eventually, you're going to close your legs, you're going to lower your arms on that exhalation. You can then either stretch your legs out or just hug your knees to your chest. And remember to have a wonderful day, and may integrity and honesty guide you on your way on. Namaste.